Going. Welcome back to another one. We're jumping back into No Man's Sky today, and we're going to be talking about exchanging and upgrading your starship. As you can see here, we are in front of the baseline one you get, which is the Radiant Pillar, I believe it's called. Radiant Pillar BC1. I want to get a different ship. It's not bad, but I want something cool looking. So my plan today is we're going to go and find a new one. If you didn't catch our last video, it'll be in the upper right hand corner, but we just did a run where we explained how I make a lot of money early on in No Man's Skies. As you can see here, I have 16 million. I have a lot of money. I could get almost any ship I want in this early on. Within like C to A class. A class may be debatable. I might not be able to quite get an A class, but I can get pretty close to it. So you definitely look for a B class, or we can stick with C and just build them as we want. But I would like to get a different fighter ship. Again, this is the baseline one you get when you first start the game. Not bad, it works, but I want more space. I want to be able to upgrade my weapons, and I want to be able to do more with it. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be jumping over to a different system, because this system here, it's not the ships I like. As you just saw fly in, we're going to turn to in a second here. Let's see what it is. So from what I've noticed in this system that I'm in right now, which is my base system, I've been seeing a lot of these fighters, which let's see here. That is a fighter, it's worth $4 to see. I don't really like the design of those. I want something slightly different. So what we're going to be doing is we're jumping to a different system, and then we will be actually looking for a new ship to ride. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a anti-material housing, and you're also going to need to make a antimatter. This is going to cost you chromatic metal and condensed carbon. Chromatic metal you use if you use copper, and you put it into the refiner. That will give you the chromatic metal that you need. Once you have both these items, you want to go down here, and now what you will see pop up is we'll have a warp cell. Pop that in, and then I can go up here, so I can put it in there, and it gives you 25%. So I think just for my own sake, I'm going to actually get 2 of them going. So now I have 50%. So that's going to help me out a lot. So I want for me personally, I want to get a fighter class ship. So we're going to have to fly out here, because I can't look at the galaxy map currently. Alright, so I want to go and find a new ship. Again, like I said before, I don't like the fighter ships that are in this system. So what I'm going to do is I want to hit M on my keyboard. It's going to bring up the whole galaxy map. I want to hit free look, and I want to see what we have around us. So we have Korvax over there. What I am personally looking for is I want to find Vakeen, which is actually this one here. So we're actually going to fly to this place here. We're going to warp into there. Alright, as you can see here, we have the dominant life form is Vakeen. We are trading, promising, and at war. So this is not bad. Not bad at all. So we're going to look for the space station. Right over here. The reason why I want the Vakeen. So Vakeen, I consider the soldier class, or soldier species. I almost consider them like Spartans in a sense, where they are actually very much about fighting. As you can see here, it's a cool little description here. Obsessed with the defeat of Sentinels, controlled by the Vakeen High Command, they fight the Sentinel menace across the galaxy. Despite their aggressive appearance, the Vakeen are bound by a strict code of honor. They value loyalty, sacrifice, and good death above material goods or knowledge, and are sworn to aid the traveler whenever possible. Vikings pretty cool. They're like the badasses in this game, I feel like. They're pretty cool, and they're very much based around fighting. And I have noticed, in my time me playing, it seems like the Vikings tend to have a lot of fighters in their systems, and they also like haulers too. I've noticed that. That may not be legit, that might just be me seeing things like that seem very, it might be a coincidence, but that's what I've noticed. So I'm going to go to a Viking location, because I want to look for starships that are fighter classes. So we're going to head to the space station and see what we can get. Alright, so now that I'm actually inside the space station, I'm going to chill here for a little bit, and I'm going to wait to see if any ships come through. I'm hoping my theory is correct, that the Viking will have more fighter class ships come through. Hopefully we'll find one that's in pretty good shape, but we're going to wait for a moment here and see what happens. It looks like it might be a fighter. It is indeed, and it actually looks sick. Alright. I would actually be okay with this. So once you find a ship that you actually are interested in, like I'm very much interested in this, what I recommend doing is using your goggles, which that's an A class, so I'm going to be blowing my money a lot on that, but that's okay. I'm going to head over here, I'm going to talk to this guy here. I really like how the ship looks. Let's talk to him. I'll make an offer on the ship. This is an A class, which is actually huge. We can afford it if we exchange our ship, but what I want to do first is I want to remove some of my mods. If you do not remove your mods from your ship that you currently have, you will lose them. So definitely something to keep in mind when you're doing this. Fine for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with my starship. We have quite a few things in here, so I'm going to drop it all off in my body. So now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to take down what I would like to keep. Now the issue I'm running into right now is I need more. So that's another cool fighter right there. So what I want to do real quick is I'm actually going to switch to my other. Let me make this work. Over here. Make offer. Let's see how much I can get off. Okay, so that's not terrible. We'll still have 6 mil, which I'm okay with. So I actually, before I hopped and did this recording, I actually went and got another ship that's already busted. This is a great way if you just want to get a new ship and you want to use an old ship. You can go ahead and grab one you found on the ground that you repaired and go ahead and use that as a trade. I'm actually going to do that. Make offer on their ship. Negotiate. I'm going to exchange. Now this is my ship. This is actually a huge, huge upgrade. This is an A-class ship. You have all this space for weapons and armor and stuff like that. That is super freaking cool. As you can see over there, that is the broken ship I had before. If you make a mistake, you can go back and get it, but you will lose money on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually pull back my other ship here. We have our original. And what I'm going to want to do, I'm going to actually sell my original starship because I don't need it anymore. I'm okay. I don't need this anymore. It's going to take up space that I don't need. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to I'm going to look what I have here. I don't know if the new ship had a rocket launcher, so I'm going to take this off as well. That's good. That's good. All right, we're back at this ship. And now that I have space, I'm going to grab all these items here. Now we're going to head over to the computer. I'm going to scrap this ship out. Okay. Whew. I almost made a horrible mistake. Forget. Okay. Whew. I almost sold my ship that I just bought by accident. We didn't do that. We dodged the bullet there, so that was good. Now we actually have the proper ship I want to sell. This ship's going to get me 3.4 mil, so what, we spent about 10.5, I think it was, on the new fighter, so we're getting some money back from selling our original ship, which I'm cool with. Sell that outright. Claim that. Go over to the market and sell my stuff.
Units received. Units received.
Alright, cool. I'm carrying the ship out. Now, as you see, like we were saying before, my last ship had rockets, which we actually were able to take off, which you see here. This new ship does not have rockets on it. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. If you want to change out ships, make sure the ship you want to get actually has the mods you want. So, of course, I want rockets because they're very helpful in fights. So I'm going to go ahead and install this down here. Now, this is where you can get really modular. You can go ahead and put mods on as much as you want with your ships. So because I'm going to be a pirate, I'm going to be taking on a lot of fleets and stuff like that. I'm going to be fighting other sentinels. I'm going to be fighting a bunch of people. I want to have good damage. I want to have good shields. I want to be able to maneuver as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some maneuvers here on our module or technology list here. So as you see here, we have our shield over here. We have our gun here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, move this down here. Take this, I'm going to put it up here. As you can see here, we actually have this being highlighted. The reason for that is when you're putting mods on your ship, if you have a shield class upgrade, you want to connect it to your actual shield. This will actually increase the amount of shield you get. If you have a supercharge slot, this is also very good too. This is actually going to be super helpful, so I can kind of either go with, I can get more increased damage on my guns, or I can get increased shield. I think For now, I think we're going to do shield. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come down here and take this A-class shield and put it right here. Now, as you can see here, it's plus 29. Now, if I take this and move it down here, it has plus 23. So you can always see immediately, big difference. Very big difference. So we'd like to see that. And we have another mod as well. I believe you only can have 4 mods. Yeah, so you only can have 3 mods attached. So currently we have 2 C's and an A. Make sure you're, so for instance, this shield here, not really great. I'm gonna put that down here. We'll move this one here. Now we're actually min-maxing our shield capacity here because we only can have 3 attached to it currently. I don't know if you can expand that. Maybe if you have an S-class you can. But for now, I cannot do that, so we're going to leave it on. Now, the issue we're going to run into, as you can already see, my gun here is kind of blocked a little bit. So if I put this over here, this will allow me to put other stuff here if I need to. And I have an upgrade for my gun, so I'm going to go ahead and put this again. It's highlighted. This is actually going to give me increased damage, and it's going to also decrease the... It'll decrease the amount of time it will take to heat up. So that's going to be very important as well. If you have items that you do not need anymore, like this shield here, you can go up to the Starship person. It's right up there. You can go talk to this entity here. Purchase modules. And you can go ahead and sell that shield. That'll give you nanites, which is super helpful. Let's go. This is also a great place to come if you don't have any mods and you want some. But to just make sure you're careful what you're buying, because these do cost nanites, which nanites is going to be very important for later on. So early on, I would try and avoid that and just try and get mods as you know, salvage ships or fight people or whatever be the case. We will be talking about other ways to get mods or upgrades without having to do a lot of work. But that's what we're talking about. So now that we got these in place, I also have a couple of things here, which are going to be my hyperdrive. So again, same deal. I'm going to put this here. I'm sorry. Get this here. Same deal here. Again, they are highlighted. These are going to allow me to jump further. So now these are... I don't have these weapons on my ship currently, so I'm going to actually sell these. You can get a phase beam, which is a legit like laser that just... It doesn't shoot. It's more of just a whole thing. You also have this cyclotron, which is pretty much... It's a pretty cool weapon. I believe this cyclotron is more of a short to medium range weapon. Shoots really fast, does a decent amount of damage. It's great for taking out targets like in close range. So let's go ahead and sell those as well. I don't need them. So, alright. So now, I pretty much have gotten everything I can do with my ship currently, which, to be honest, we're in a very good position right now. If I want to increase my damage, I can always go like this, move this over here, and move this here. The C-class will now give me plus 4 damage, and my weapon will do 3,410 DPS. If I go over here, it does 3,161, so it's a pretty big difference. Again, so now you see, that's a pretty big difference. I think I'm pretty happy with our shield. We don't have to go crazy with that. I want to now talk about ways you can get upgrades for your ship, for your exosuit, for your multi-tool. This game does a great job at allowing you to get stuff pretty easily. So if you come over here to the mission giver on the space station, talk to him, and as you can see here, we have a bunch of items here that we could go ahead and do. Now there's none here for our ship, which is kind of a bummer, but that's all good. As you can see here, there's quite a bit of things here, and this is a great thing to check whenever you get a chance. I would recommend, if you can, I would look for missions like this. We have that level 9 Explorer Guide, a guild mission. Look for a mercenary one. Mercenaries will give you a lot more stuff based around fighting in space. So as you can see here, these missions you can do without any problem. They're pretty easy, and they'll give you money, they'll give you standing, they'll sometimes give you upgrades, so this is awesome. Definitely recommend doing that. Just keep checking it here and there if you're looking for some certain mods. Sadly, we do not have what I was looking for. Sometimes you'll see a bounty mission come up. Definitely do that because you'll be fighting a pirate, and pirates are pretty cool. They'll actually give you suspicious goods. So if you go and fight a pirate, you will sometimes get items like this. These are what we call black market modifications. As you can see here, I've already gotten quite a few of these in the past. So what you want to do, I'm going to move these over just to make it easier on ourselves. Now, since we're in a very good position, we have a nice starship already. I want to look into upgrading everything. I'm going to kind of min-max to some degree. So yes, we have these C-class ones here, which, as you can see here, we have some C-class shield upgrades that we just put in. I forgot I actually had some other items in my other spaceship that I got from one of the Twitch drops that are just more in my storage, so I can make these videos a little easier. I'm going to take these ones out. This guy up here. Actually, let's take this one as well, because we actually might be in better shape here. These items here are going to be for my starship. So what I'm going to do, again, black market items you'll get from taking out pirates. Sometimes you get given as an award. It's a pretty cool thing, and they will be kind of like a random goodie box. And whatever you can get mods, you can get items, you can get whatever, really. So I'm going to install this. Sometimes have really good attributes. As you can see here, you get plus 21% the shield, which is awesome. And if we combine that with this one as well, which is a class like we did before, now we're getting 44% increased shield, which is huge. That's super nice. So I'm feeling pretty good about shield. We're just around 260. That's pretty good. We're also going to be increasing our speed, and this is going to be affecting your pulse engine. So I'm actually going to be putting the B up front because it's the better one. So again, you see this highlight. Mobility is increased, and the actual fuel efficiency is increased as well. We can also go like this, put this one down, and now we're getting another 3% maneuverable and 5% boost. So we're actually getting, with all these mods, we're getting a total of 7 maneuverability increase, and we're also getting a 5% boost plus decreased fuel costs, which is huge. Like we had before, we couldn't use these shields as well. Help just gives more increase here, so I'm gonna actually look and see what we got here. This will actually overcharge, but that's okay. I just want to see what's better. All right, so this one here is better. I'm gonna take this one down here. I'm gonna sell that one as well. These are for my exosuit, so I'm gonna leave them over there. But I'm gonna sell this one, and now we have 13%, 23%, and 21%. So we had 44 plus 13. So we're at 57% increased shield. We're up to 273 for shield, which is really good. I like that a lot. Another way you can get upgrades for your starship is actually going to the anomaly. And we're going to actually fly out here with our new ship. And we're going to call the anomaly to us, and we will show you that as well. Over here, I'm going to call the space anomaly out. Fly over there. So we are at the space anomaly now. We're going to talk to the Nexus, which is kind of the robotic NPC who will give you random rewards, which is super nice. I'm also going to talk about where you can actually unlock new upgrades for your ship to help you do better in combat. So if you see this big robotic eye-looking thing, walk over here. This is called the Nexus. Talk to them. And as you see here, there's a bunch of missions you can do. Sadly, there's none that I actually want to do, really. Actually, this could be good. It could be really good. One thing I like to look for is I want to look for a bounty kind of one. So take on a dangerous pirate. I want to look for those missions because those will actually guarantee me a decent amount of money, sometimes upgrades. Sometimes once you take out the pirate itself, you'll actually get more upgrades as well, which is super nice. I will say the planetary depot is pretty cool, but I really don't. None of these I'm going to do right now because it's not going to fit in with what I'm trying to talk about here. But this is a great way to see. A little off topic here, but yes, on the weekends they do these cool missions where you get 16 or you get a bunch of Quicksilver for a pretty easy mission. So if you're looking for some cool items that maybe you didn't do the expedition on, I recommend doing those missions. Just keep building up your Quicksilver. So no missions there, all good. We're gonna head up and show you what you can do to unlock new stuff for your ship that you can just put in automatically by making it yourself. So you want to head over here. This is going to be the upgrade center for everything in the game. Now, as you can see, to my left we have our starship. We have, I think, building items. We have exosuit. To the right we have fleet. That's going to be, well, you have your exocraft, which is going to be land vehicles. You have components that you can actually unlock, and then you have your weapons you can unlock. You're going to want to come to the left side here, and you want to go to the first one here. Talk to this guy. Starship research. And this is where you can completely look at the list and see what you want to get. So for instance, if I want to go more into the combat world, I can unlock a phase beam, I can unlock an ejector, which I believe is almost like a shotgun. I can unlock this really fast firing, almost like a Gatling gun, or laser Gatling gun. Good. This is also the item we can unlock too that I was talking about before. This is good for taking out shields, which actually, that might be really good. So I think I'm going to unlock that one. And as you can see here, now it requires dioxide and wiring loom to actually make, which I don't know if I have any of that stuff right now. But as you can see, there's plenty of stuff here you can get. This I'm going to be getting eventually as well, because I'm going to be a pirate, so if I've smuggled goods, I want to hide it. But I'm not going to worry about that for now. That'll be later on. We'll talk more about pirate stuff. This is cool. Oh, another cool thing too. I just hovered over it real quick. Aqua jets. This is really cool. You can actually land on top of the water, which is such a cool thing. This is a newer thing to the game. It wasn't in before. Super neat thing you can get as you get further along in the game. You can get also larger rocket tubes. Again, I don't need it. I have a lot of upgrades already. I'm happy with it. Don't need that either. I think I'm pretty happy with what we got for now. Oh, I think I might get this one, which is going to be more of a shotgun. That'll be good. Now if I go over to my starship, I can go over here and say, alright, I want to put in Cyclotron. Ballista. I can put that in there, and then I can go ahead and put in my shotgun thing. And what I can do is I cannot maneuver these now, which is kind of an issue, but that's alright. I can maneuver this guy. So now once I have enough material to actually put these in my ship, I can attach them and be good to go. I hope this is helpful. This is actually a great way. Again, I'm going to have to work on getting these materials, but feeling pretty good about my ship. I'm going to be taking on more pirate stuff, taking on cargo bays, and taking on pirates, and just fighting people. It's going to be kind of fun. We'll talk about that later on in other videos. We will also be talking about, I think next video, we'll probably go into base building a little bit. I'll do like a basic overview of what I'm going to do. I actually have a pretty cool design that I want to try and go for, and I think I can make it work. I'm not 100% sure, but it'll still look cool, I think, and we'll talk about that some more. But I want to come in here. I want to get a new ship. I want to talk about upgrading ships and getting the mods in to actually make it stronger for early on. Still very new in this playthrough, but I already have a pretty nice kitted ship, which I'm quite happy about. Hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed. And any questions, throw in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them if I can. If not, I will either, if I can find the answer, I will. If I can't, then we'll have to just hope that someone else has the knowledge that I don't have. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.